So welcome back everybody, I'm Crypto Nobes. In today's video I'm going to be talking what I think Chainlink's predicted price for 2020 could be and the oncoming years, considering it has had a very good start to the year so far. If you like anything I brought to you, a like, a subscribe or any feedback is greatly appreciated. Let's jump straight into the video. So if we take a look at the current market state, it is slightly in a red, but it is just recovering purely because of we have just had a 20% decline. As well as Bitcoin having about 8% decline, I believe. So everything is having a nice pullback, but Chainlink again is one of the ones that are standing out. They have increased again their way up the leaderboard rankings, which is just very impressive. Again, look at this. We had that. Look at that dip. We had that pullback, which in my last video I said we would have. I said we would have at least one or two pullbacks before the halving in May. And we have had one pullback, so I believe we could have another one more or two more before May. And in my opinion, there's still nothing to panic about, because if a market is going to succeed, it does have to have appropriate fallbacks. If we have a look at this chart, Chainlink at $4.22. Again, that's still very, very good considering the rest of the market has had a very big pullback. Now I'm going to talk to you about my predicted price for 2020. Considering as well it's still up 45%, that's still very, very impressive. Now my predicted price for Chainlink at the end of the year for 2020, I'm going to try to be as realistic as possible. I'm not going to try shoot the boat over or anything like that, but I'm going to say I believe Chainlink could be anywhere above $15 by the end of 2020. Now let me explain why I believe this could be the case. If Chainlink is already up 40% despite ongoing crypto meltdown, more gains coming. Chainlink's native token Link was among the biggest gainers as a majority of assets in the crypto market plunged deeply earlier this week. The 11th largest cryptocurrency beat the bearish odds to grow by more than 40% since February 26th. It has established a week-to-day high at $4.38 in early Saturday trading, hinting its inclination to behave as a hedge against Bitcoin. The top asset plunged by circa 16% this week. Now, here's the thing. This is another big thing in my opinion. Chainlink. If we have a look at Chainlink's price here, guys. Now, if we have a look over the 90-day chart, now look at this. It's still very, very, very bullish in my opinion. It hit a fallback, which is what I believe is appropriate considering what we have got coming up. But look at the chart. It's doing a very good recovery stage, and it looks like it's going back into an uptrend, which is again very, very good in my opinion. Here's a couple things I saw about Chainlink that I really wanted to show you guys. Now, this is someone else, this is an article or something where they believe Chainlink by June could be about $7, which again, that is very realistic in my opinion, considering it is at $4.30 now. $7 in 4 or 5 months time is very, very, very doable in my opinion. Now, here's what's interesting to me. There are 5 major banks interested in Chainlink. Now I know 2 of them. I'm sure you guys might have heard of the other 3, but because I'm in the UK, I've heard of Barclays and Santander. They're 2 of the biggest banks in the UK. They're interested in them. If they're interested in them, that is massive. And again, look at this chart. Chainlink's coin fundamental value to enable the multiple interrogation of cryptocurrency technologies and traditional software of any organization. It is necessary to provide a link between the cryptocurrency infrastructure element and dozens of third-party points. This connection to provide by the Oracle software that forms a kind of channel between the parties to the contract. This channel exchanges data according to the rules that are specified in the contract. Now again, Chainlink do answer a lot of questions. They answer a lot of topics that people need. And again, if these banks are actually interested in them, again, that's very, very, very big news again. So here's the thing with Chainlink. I strongly believe by the end of the year, it could be anywhere above $15. That's a very, very realistic approach in my opinion. But I also think it could be anywhere above $30. It could be anywhere above $40. So if you guys have bought in now and you're slightly panicking, don't worry, because I'm going to try to give you some reassurance. I am a little bit annoyed with myself, but I can't beat myself up about it, because I bought Chainlink. I bought a little bit of Chainlink. I didn't go all in, but I bought a little bit of Chainlink at around about this price here. And as you can see here, it's not that price anymore. But to me, as long as I'm in it for the long run, that shouldn't bother me. It shouldn't bother you guys. I got majority of mine. Where is it? I got the majority of mine at $1.60, I believe. That's where I got majority of mine, and since then I've been just really, really happy with what's been happening. But I bought a little bit more at here, at around about this price. So to me, I'm not panicking, because I believe at the end of the year that will still turn me in a very nice profit. But I'm going to show you this video quick, guys. I've shown this video in a few of my other videos, but it is something that I want to keep you guys motivated. If you stuck around to the end of this video, then this should hopefully give you a bit more motivation as to why Chainlink could succeed. This is to do with Bitcoin, but I believe what Anthony Pompliano is talking about he is obviously talking about Bitcoin, but I believe it to be the same as all the other cryptocurrencies that are legit. So here we go.
I don't have time, but I do think that if Peter or others believe everything you just said, right, with 100% confidence, there is 0% chance that you could be wrong, you could be missing something, 0% chance that Bitcoin could be valuable, that it could be a new technology, a new trend, that it's a 0% chance that the millions of people who are currently buying and holding this are wrong. Don't buy any. Don't put it in your portfolio. Don't use it. But if there is even a 1% chance that you could be wrong, the odds, given that it is an asymmetric asset, mean that you will be kicking yourself forever for having known about this, spend all your time doing this, getting berated on the internet, and miss the opportunity. Yeah. And so if you're 100% confident that you're right and 0% possible that you're wrong, keep doing what you're doing. But if you think there's even 1% chance that you could be wrong, or that even if you are right theoretically, in practice something else is going to happen, then you have to get some exposure to it.
See, but that argument would...
I just wanted to show you that, guys, because it's, again, in my opinion, it's just a form of motivation, because, again, you'll be kicking yourself for the rest of your life if you've seen about it, you've heard about it, you've believed in it, and you still didn't buy it. But as I say, I'm not a financial investor. You guys must do your own research before buying, or even looking into buying these sort of cryptocurrencies. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about. So this is the last piece of news that I want to show you guys now. I did have a better article, but the article was just filled with ads, so I didn't want to show you that article, guys. But the stock market is in a decline. Now, Peter Schiff, this guy here, he doesn't believe in Bitcoin, but he has always said that there is going to be a crash coming. So since it's been 9 to 10 years, I think, since we've last had a crash, whether it be in America or whether it be in the UK. The UK, the last crash we had was the credit crunch, I believe, which was 2008, which was round about the last time America had their big Wall Street crash, something like that, which affected the whole world. When economies and stuff like this is affected, it can affect the whole world. But here's the thing. They have said that this is going to be one of the biggest crashes that are going to happen, because it's been one of the longest times since we last had a crash. So for me personally, that's why I haven't put my money into the stock market, because I know something's coming with a crash. It's just a matter of time when, and I don't want to have all my money tied up into the stock market if I know there is going to be a crash coming, as well as a lot of other people know there are going to be a crash coming. I don't want to get into it. I'd rather get into it during the crash or at the end of the crash. But for me personally, it's just not for me at the minute. This week's stock market meltdown explained. A lot of it is going behind the coronavirus, which is again pretty interesting. So it does make sense. It would with diseases and stuff like that in the future. To me, it could make sense why. It could be again a digital phase, because people will be more concerned about their hygiene and their health, and notes get exchanged and passed around a million times. The same note gets passed around a million times. And how many germs and how many, drugs and stuff like that is that note going to have on it, which could infect someone else? So again, that could be another reason why we take a digital parabolic flip, basically, as well as Sweden, UK, Germany. Basically all the top countries in the world are looking to make a flip into technology and digital side of things. But if you've guys taken any value from this video, I believe my prediction for Chainlink at the end of 2020, I'm going to put it down. I could be wrong, obviously, don't get me wrong, but I think it could be anywhere between $15 and $20. It could be much higher, it could be much lower, but I believe the way it is going at the minute, that is the sort of route we are looking at for Chainlink in 2020. If you guys taken any value from this video, a like, subscribe, or any feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, guys.